Let's start this with a prayer. Dear Father, I thank you for this day and this opportunity to be used as a vessel to let your people know that you are available, able, and ready in the name of Yeshua from Nazareth. Let's cut this bread. So I think we on like part 4 of wisdom. So Proverbs 4, and we're going 17 to 21. I think we have one more part, and that's like 22 to 27. But it says, their food and drink are cruelty and wickedness. The lifestyle of good people is like sunlight at dawn that keeps getting brighter until broad daylight. The lifestyle of the wicked is like total darkness, and they will never know what makes them stumble. My child, listen carefully to everything I say. Don't forget a single word, but think about it all. It's a right way to do things, and it's a wrong way to do things. Now, the world will tell you that if somebody harms you, or if somebody does you wrong, or is malicious to you, you should get them back, because it's this thing called pride that they're going to affect. Pride, or your character, or your name. Listen, you can say whatever you want about me, and at this point, I would never feel no type of way. Because the Most High knows what I'm on. So somebody else who is just bumping their gums or moving their lips because they can, and the words that they carry have no power or no weight, mean absolutely nothing. But in 17, when we're talking about the wicked people, right? It says their food and drink are cruelty and wickedness. In another translation, it says perversity is their food of drink and violence their drug of choice. Perversity is a deliberate desire to behave in an unreasonable or unacceptable way. Have you ever met somebody? I'll tell you me. Listen, I know that because of everything that has happened to me in life, it really is like a switch that can be flipped when I feel you playing with me. Willing to risk it all, because I'm so hurt and I've been so formulated to move a certain type of way, it would produce certain type of actions. Now, I know you don't have many pastors or evangelists or praise team leaders, worship leaders, talking about how they upped a pistol on somebody, or how they slashed somebody's tires, or they broke into somebody's house and ruined everything, or they robbed somebody while their chick was there. Listen, it was perverse because it's not reasonable and it's not acceptable to do those things, but I have done those things. Living, this is so wild, because we're going to skip down to 19. The lifestyle of the wicked is like total darkness, and they will never know what makes them stumble. No, I didn't know it was my pride. I didn't know it was my ego. I didn't know that it was this hurt version of me that was like, oh, I want to see you lose everything, and feel comfort in that. That's really sick. Really sick, because I would never know that it's me tripping up me. I would never know, because somebody had hurt me prior in life, that my only response would be violence. Perversity is their food of drink. And in 17, in this contemporary English version, it says their food and drink are cruelty and wickedness. Listen, your mother could die, and I would be grateful. Your kids could die, and I would be grateful. I would pray to God and ask him to kill anything associated with you. I know I've prayed that prayer a lot. Am I proud of it? No, but it's the truth. This is how I was, and didn't realize having this hard-heartedness is what kept me stumbling in the dark. Like, how come I'm not getting further? How come I'm not waking up with joy? How come I ain't got no peace in my life? How come I'm not shining? Let's go back to 18. The lifestyle of good people is like sunlight at dawn that keeps getting brighter until broad daylight. You know it's dark, But when the sun starts coming up, everything around it gets illuminated. This is what the lifestyle of a good person, good people is like. It literally is different. It literally is lighter. It's brighter. Ain't no questions about what's happening, where I'm going, what I can see, what I can't see, you know. And maybe I've just had this relationship with the Most High where He's allowed me to do me to a point where I was like, this doesn't even feel good anymore. This isn't even exciting. One thing I'm glad that He blessed me with was the ability to be numb to certain things. And I've experienced so much loss in my life and became hardened that certain things that I'm numb to. I could love you and think you're the best thing for me. And this is in any relationship, personal, professional, like, and once you cross me, thank the Most High for exposing the coward in you. I'm not at a point where I can like really pray for people like that do me wrong. I gotta pray for me and be like, help me to overcome some of these things, because we don't understand that it's some deep roots. I'm not going to talk about anybody else from now on. I'm going to talk about me. Man, rotten, not caring, wishing the worst of the worst to happen to you and yours. Because that brought me comfort. Because what did it say yesterday? Yesterday we said, turn aside. Proverbs 4:15 said, turn aside and keep going. Stay away from them. They can't sleep or rest until they do wrong and harm some innocent victim. Listen, if I knew I did something to you, it would bring me pleasure. And I felt so much better that I had this revenge or I did this. Why? Because I was broken? Because I'm stumbling in the dark over my own stuff? That doesn't make any sense. Goofy. But my child, listen carefully to everything I say. Don't forget a single word, but think about it all. I wish somebody would have sat me down and said, what you really got going on the inside? Because I had a lot of coward tendencies. I have a form of godliness, but not fully allowing it to come forward. Being a fraud. Being wicked and wanting the worst for people. And getting emotional and being like, I need justice. No, it's a different way to live. And I promise you that if you just fall back and you focus on doing you, it's going to be brighter. Like, what does the Most High have for you? Walk away from that life. It's not worth it. Learn this by heart, because the issues of life flow from the heart. And if you're broken, it's going to flow out into everything you do. Holla at God.